Well, we got one person in here. Now I have to figure out. Mr. Bombastic, the nice guy. What's up, dude? Zhao. I'm gonna have to figure out how to say that name eventually. PR, what's up? Mr. Monokuma, what's up? Lewis Kuna, what's up? Super Pant. Raz Crunk Keto. What about Keto? Raz Crunk, what's up, dude? Another Ask Me Anything while I'm not wearing pants, I guess, to pass our quarantine time. If anyone wants to talk about video games, doesn't that Goku come out? Does the Goku come out this week? I don't know. Does he come out this week? Maybe we'll actually have something to do Dragon Ball Fighter Z wise again or something, right? Mike Benz, what's up, dude? Ward Reacts 2, what's up, dude? Super Mr. Fantastic, what's up? Mid-May, probably. Oh, I thought it was coming out like Goku Day or something. Isn't Goku Day like mid? What is Goku Day? I don't know. Let me post this on Twitter, see if we can get some people in here for some nerdy discussions, I guess. Let's see, May 5th, right? That's what I was saying. I thought it was Goku Day, so I thought it would be pretty soon, right? Do you even bother with strict diets to maintain your physique? I don't eat junk food, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm not like I'm not eating like really badly. Do you know what I mean? I don't eat like shit, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm not like a vegan or anything like that, though. Shibu Unlimited, what's up, dude? Mr. Monokuma, Goku comes out mid-May. That's what people also say. How do you rehung? I can't rehung. That's what I said. I thought it was I thought it was Goku Day, so I don't think it would be in a couple weeks, though, right? It's May 9th. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? What's up, Easy 10? Sal Grip. Butter Z is getting maintenance on the 13th. Oh, so then maybe that does mean it's the 13th is a Wednesday, it looks like. Makes sense. Do you eat pizza? I guess I do sometimes, but not like regularly. You know, I mean, last time I ate pizza would be. I haven't eaten pizza since I was in Japan, which was the. Wait, what is it now? Shit, I was in Japan in November. Okay, so I haven't eaten pizza since November, I guess it would be. Let's see. But yeah, no, I mean, I think pizza tastes good, though, I guess. I was actually looking forward. I was supposed to go to Chicago again. So I'm supposed to go to Chicago again this month, but the whole coronavirus canceled that. But I was looking forward to eating some Giordano's pizza again, but I guess I won't be doing that. Have you checked out the scans? I looked at the original scans in Japanese when I read it. Yeah. What controller do you use to play fighting games? I use Sega Saturn pads or like a PS1 pad generally nowadays. I think arcade stick is obviously the best though if you can play on it, but I had to stop arcade stick once. As my health got worse and I had surgery on my hands, I just had to stop, right? Stand up to prove that I'm not wearing pants? I think that proves it, right? Is it possible to get a TOD off a Super Dash? They do have that limit break thing now, right? They have the limit break thing, so wait. So you limit break, you can only limit break, I guess, when you're by yourself. So can you TOD off a Super Dash? With a team? A solo TOD? I doubt it, but maybe like a team. Maybe. Is it possible? All right. Any games you're looking forward to? Man, dude, I don't know. Now that Strive, I guess. Strive got fucked, I guess. I don't know. I guess Strive, if I'm around. I still hope that game is good. You know, any video game is interesting when it's new, but how long it will be new is the question, right? Like if you guys, well, it didn't get that many views, motherfuckers, so you guys should watch that roller coaster video where I talk about this. You know, any video game is potentially interesting when it's new, but how long it will be interesting is another question, right? Have you ever pulled off one of your have you ever pulled one of your combos off on someone and get messaged what? Because yeah, of course, when I was playing, like I said, the Japanese told me I was the best in the world at Karnow's Revenge, and you know, I was they used to have this thing called like I think it was Damn Die's thing, like Supercade, or was it Fightcade, the first one? That used to have rankings. So I used to be like the #1 rated like Street Fighter Alpha player on that kind of stuff. And yeah, people used to say that I was cheating all the time on that, and I would get messages about it. Clayton, when OnlyFans Clayton, when OnlyFans, I don't know what OnlyFans things is. People keep saying that, but I don't know what that is. Is that like a jack off on camera kind of thing? What fighting game format do you think is the easiest to get into? Boy, that's probably a pretty difficult question to answer, I guess. I'm not sure. It depends because the games are all different, I guess. Alternate costumes for fire. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Is this the JO stream where I'm in the wrong chat? I have not jacked off yet. Once I get a black dick, I would. OnlyFans is basically paid nudes. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm like, why are people telling me to do this OnlyFans thing? Like, I don't have a big dick. If I had a big dick, I would definitely do it, but I don't. Bro, play Super Smash Brothers. I do play Smash Brothers. I've always said I play Smash Brothers. I'm not good at it, but sometimes I play with my friends. And I just play, you know, I don't like that Pikachu's not fat anymore, though. So that kind of ruined it for me because I like fat Pikachu. So it should be big enough, right? Well, I mean, it's big enough to get the job done, but I don't know if it's big enough to like make money off of. How about that? Does that make sense? It's big enough, you know, to do something, but no, I don't. I have friends that do it. So your friends that have it. So I mean, I have friends that we've played Smash Brothers before. Yeah, that's why I miss Fat Pikachu. I'm not down with Skinny Pikachu. Skinny Pikachu sucks. I like Fat Pikachu, so. Which Dragon Ball Fighter Z do you want to see as DLC? Are we talking about character? I think lore-wise, Omega Shenron deserves to be in it, I guess. You know, but other than that, there's no character that I think of that I'm like, man, I really want to play this character or some shit like that, you know? How about, what is this? And how about Pichu to replace? Give Piccolo Daimo, thanks. RIP, no one likes Baby Vegeta. I do think that Baby Vegeta kind of deserves to be in the game eventually, but I don't think he deserves to be in it more than you know, someone like Omega Shenron, I guess, right? Do you game on your PC or console? I suppose technically both. Hi, Trunks. Nice live. Hey, what's up, dude? Please give Pikachu a little smooch from me. You better fucking super chat because I did that. Actually, like I said, I'm sorry. Thanks to all the people that donated to the super chat when we did this before. But and you still can. You still can donate to the super chat, but just be warned that YouTube looks like they take about 30 to almost 50% of it sometimes. I was very surprised that they do that much. Clayton, do you take any steroids or full natural? No, I'm full natural, and if anything, I've showed my blood test before. I actually have low testosterone on and off a lot of times, so I could if you could guarantee that, because I've been offered to take like the testosterone replacement, but I'm already estrogen sensitive, so I already have had to take Arimidex before, which is basically cancer medicine. I mean, from a sense, right? So I'm like very estrogen sensitive, and so then I'd probably have to take Arimidex again, and um, I'm worried that I would like lose my hair. I just mean I keep think if you could guarantee, because I've read a lot about it, because I've been offered it. I first got offered testosterone for my low testosterone. Maybe okay, so I had that tumor. Oh, when did I have my tumor? I think my tumor was in 2011 or 2012, and 2011 or 2012 I had that, and it might have been around then. So maybe 8 years or so, something like that. And but I've read a lot about it, and some people, it's not like not everyone is just like instantly they like feel better. You know what I mean? Like some people. Oh, hey, Frederick Beer. Hey, dude, I'll take it, dude. Hey, dude, I'm still gonna take it, dude. Right? So, I'll take it. We'll see how much it gets. I'll write how much I actually get out of it. I appreciate it. Like I said, you guys could just do like a PayPal thing or a Patreon thing. But no, so it's around 2011 or 2012, and they tried a thing called, so after you take steroids, there's a thing that like when people take steroids, if they want to like cycle it, they can actually just take Clomid after to do it. And so since I already was like starting with low testosterone, the doctors were like, well, you could just try a Clomid restart. So I did try Clomid before, but since I'm already so estrogen sensitive, it didn't like do anything for my testosterone. It just raised my estrogen more. And man, dude, it like my estrogen was getting so high that like just water touching my penis was like making me sick to my stomach, right? Like you guys probably, I don't know if you ever get like sick to your stomach. Like, dude, just like water touching my penis, like it was making me feel really, really fucking weird. But no, I've thought about taking testosterone though, because I just had my recent testosterone was 352, and my free testosterone was something insane. Like it was something like a 4, and the ranges are like 10 to 30, and my free testosterone was like 10, was a 4, so it was really bad. But yeah, if you could guarantee that I wouldn't have any side effects from it, that I would definitely take it. But anyway, okay. Really like how you keep your channel active, bro. Thanks, Easy Time. Super. Honestly, I'm betting on Pecan. Oh, I think that might be a troll. I don't think Pecan's gonna get in it. We'll get Mage and Vegeta before. You know what? I think we might get Mage and Vegeta, which is disappointing. Like I think Mage and Vegeta should be in it, or Mage and Vegeta, right? But I think he should be in it. But can you do a play with subs? I don't play Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That's what people don't get. I just do combos. I would like to play Dragon Ball Fighter Z, but I don't like the game, so I just do combos when I'm bored. Clayton, Clayton, what's your workout routine to get as big as you? I'd basically just do body weight stuff and bands. Tell me the truth, are you Dante from Devil May Cry? No, but 4chan used to there's actually a meme that 4chan made before, and they used to take one of my pictures and said that I was Dante, I remember. Check out the Trestless subreddit for hair loss. Where we damn shit. How long did it take you to get to your size? Probably from what I was doing, maybe a few years, because I'm not that big. I'm only like 5'11", 175 pounds, so I'm not super big. And I'm not even as buff as I used to be. A few years ago, I was probably at my most ripped, but it's very hard to stay that ripped, I guess, especially when you're sick. How flexible are you? I can do the splits, I guess. I don't mean to reignite old flames or anything, but has anything about Fartmeyer keeping up? I saw a post from him recently where he said that he slapped me down in real life, and I ran away from him when he said that I faked being sick, which was Of course, the exact opposite. He was the one that ran away from me. So I don't know how the fuck the community supports that dude for saying that kind of bullshit. But yeah, I posted that recently. That was last month, I guess. He said he slapped me down in real life and he proved that I was faking being sick. And I was like, you were the one that ran away, dude. I don't know if that was right. Diet water. Laughing out loud. I was sitting next to my brother and Clayton starts talking about his penis. Majin, whatever. Your pronunciations are funny, right? You know what the thing is, dude? I say Majin because I'm thinking like mage, like a magic guy, right? It's not the like, like I said, anytime everyone wants me to speak like Japanese, I would say the same things. I'm like, kantan nara skoshi nihongo ga dekiru kedo, demo chotto hazukashii kara kanbanshite kure, right? I do know a little bit of Japanese, but I always say Majin because I'm thinking about like a mage, like MAGE, like a magic dude. So I just force of habit, right? How long does it take for making a combo? You would have to ask me what combo and how long did it take. You'd have to be specific about what combo do you want to know. But some combos were probably much easier than you guys thought they are, and some combos probably were harder than you probably thought they were. Fanis Padilmos. Clayton, do you think that a player with a deep reading and heart ability can have correct foresight or guesses than 70% of a... Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not sure what you want. Of course, if you can guess better than the other person, of course you guess better than them. I mean, that's pretty... I must be reading that wrong, but of course, yeah. Did you see Evo is going to be online? I did see the Evo is going to be online, but I actually thought, maybe I should, if I could get shit to not play, or if I could get shit to play more correctly on my computer, I'd almost think like, man, I can play tournaments now and I don't have to be around the community. Maybe I should like enter Evo, right? Can you read Japanese too? Oh no, my Japanese reading is way better. That was the whole thing. Like when I was going to school, because I was so sick, I missed a lot of school, right? Because I had to eventually drop out of school because the whole dying thing happened. But no, the whole reason, I mean, I was a class away from having my degree in Japanese, but the thing is, my reading level was just so much higher than everyone else because I taught myself Japanese by playing video games and reading and everything like that. So I could, not that I'm that good anymore, but I used to be able to read and write just so much better than everyone else. But speaking, since I was all self-taught and I never had I'm not super into Asian girls per se. It's not like I don't think Asian girls are hot at all, but I never was one of those dudes that I just wanted to fuck a bunch of Asian girls, right? So I never had that kind of kill two birds with one stone to practice Japanese. So, in class, I always spoke so terribly, but speaking, I was just years ahead of everyone else, and I was a class away from getting my degree. But then the dying stuff happened, and then I had a bad collapse, and now I get confused easily, and it's harder to read. So unfortunately, I'm not as good. Richard Johnson, why do you think Guilty Gear is so important to fighting game as a whole? Guilty Gear is important to the fighting game as a whole because Guilty Gear, from a certain perspective, is the first anime game. It's like the first anime game that is like widely accepted. It's the first non-SNK game that is accepted as like a competition to Street Fighter, really, right? Or non, I guess there's versus games before that, but no, Guilty Gear was a game that was made with a lot of goodwill and a lot of serendipitously bugs and stuff like that made the game better. So it was a good mix of goodwill of Street Fighter trying to progress the ideas of fighting games and a little bit of there's a lot of serendipitous bullshit in it that made the game better as well, actually, I think, right? I got the Hogan combo, or the Gohan combos down. Let me see. Wait. Oh, shit. Where am I? You into JRPGs? Yeah, I used to play JRPGs. I played Persona 4 when I was a kid in Japanese. I played Dragon Shadow Spell. Actually, those might be the only Japanese RPGs I played in Japanese, I think. Because it depends. My Japanese is not good enough, and of course not now, but when I was actually going to school, I couldn't read like a game like Star Ocean in Japanese, just too many complicated terms. I wouldn't be able to do that, but like Persona, I could play and get, the idea of the story and what's going on, right? I'd ask Vegito combos look hard to think. No, Vegito combos, you'd have to tell me what Vegito combo. Vegito, I mean, most of the Vegito combos I've done are pretty realistic to do in real matches, I think. Some of the solo touch of death combos are iffy now, but a lot of them I think you can do in real matches actually. Online Tekken, I don't play Tekken. Daniel Luja, what was your mindset on naming your the Cyber Pussy? I named it the Cyber Pussy because I just wanted to give it a stupid name. She's a girl, but she's like an android, so kind of like cybernetic, Cyber Pussy, right? I don't know. I just thought it was a stupid name. AT Danny Clayton, do you have a favorite anime or manga? Nope. My computer's like 6 years old now or something. And like I said, I used to play online because before that, 6 years ago, I had a computer and I had like Windows Vista or whatever it was, and I could play games online fine. But ever since I got Windows 8, Windows 8 does not agree with GGPO, FightKit, all that kind of stuff. I can't get it to work without lagging, unfortunately. Where are we? What do you think is the best way to start learning Japanese? Find something that you enjoy and kill two birds with one stone. Street Fighter Alpha Series, the first anime game. No, I don't believe with that. No, I don't believe that at all. No. Clayton, can you cook? I can cook badly. I can put stuff in the oven, and I just made some vegetables recently, but it wasn't anything. Clayton, you look and seem to like background colors and make me picture you. Wait. Clayton, you look and seem to like background colors that make me picture you like an American Psycho type movie or one of those movies where the character is like the son of a politician. He likes to fuck and has fancy drug hookups. You might have to write that one again, dude. I never played Dragon Quest XI, but I'm old enough. I have played the original Dragon Warrior. I played the original Dragon Warrior, actually. Mr. Bombastic, don't be surprised when you see me in every one of your videos. Yeah, I was going to say, I see you. You're the nice dude. Sublimited. Fani's Padios. I'm asking if a player that's good at reading through thoughtful mix-ups can also read the opponent that pick their mix-up more randomly. Well, I mean, a good guesser is a good guesser, I guess, right? I mean, if you outguess someone, you outguess something, I think, right? Can you get Windows 10 or something? I'm probably going to buy a new computer the end of this year. I'm trying to make this thing last as long as possible, but I will. I'll get a new computer eventually, and then I'm sure it will have Windows 10 on it or whatever it is, whatever. When you competed, do you think is one of the strongest skills you had in your fundamentals? Since I heard you didn't really play much outside of the touring, but had strong fundamentals. Well, I mean, I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of people trying to think what the answer you're looking for exactly is. When you competed, do you think one of the strongest skills you had in your fundamentals? Since I heard you didn't. I'm not sure how to answer that exactly, really. I think comparatively, like I said, today's players compared to old players are better at the math problem than old players, I guess. Like, say, old school Street Fighter, I guess, you know what I mean? You see people nowadays when you play Super Turbo, there's lots of things like people call things like option selects, they buffer a DP with a throw here or whatever the fuck they're doing, right? Like that's, people didn't talk like that back in the day, but, fundamental stuff of like, knowing the exact ranges of your attacks, you know what I mean? Like not looking at the game like a math problem, older players are just better at that. Like you can't like that. Just a lot of times, like new players just they play the game like a math problem. They can't play it besides that, I guess. No pants. Yes, I'm wearing no pants. Does that make sense? Has anyone ever? Yes, that was my expression. Trying to thoughts on Evo going offline. Wondering how it's going to work out, especially with lag and everything like that, right, dude? I'm sure it's going to be pretty fucking strange, right? Pretty fucking strange, I would assume. Trying to think of like what would be some comparisons like for old school Street Fighter to like new people or something. Shirt off. There he goes. I have my chesticles. Is that close enough? Pikachu's got his shirt off all the time. He's got no shame, dude. He's completely fucking butt naked. No, but I gave this example before. Like, say, there's like certain ideas. Like, you could play some dude in old school Street Fighter, and maybe he talks about this move is like this plus blah 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 blah. He has this option select combo whatever. But there used to be a thing, and probably and still is, I guess. If you can play someone that doesn't really know how to play Street Fighter, and you can just like beat them just by like mashing on like duck short with Ryu, and then like a stand forward with like Ryu if they jump or something like that, and we'll just like it can like blow some of these like math problem people's mind because they just don't know. It's like they just don't understand like fundamental shit like that, I guess, right? Because you can't teach that, I guess, as well. You can't like read that as a math problem, and it confuses people. Mr. Meme, come on, keep the questions rolling. Jave Polaria might be far away from the fighting game topic, but do you have any tip for a bit more self-esteem? Nope. I'm not a super confident person myself, so no, I don't. Probably not, right? Hey, Clayton, how many bastards have you left on the earth? Hopefully 0. Fat. Have you ever tried Japanese ASMR? No, my Japanese is not good enough for that. Like I said, I can speak a very smidge of Japanese, but even when I was in Japan, I told this story, man. So in Japan, there's this idea, I think, that some people say that people speak English in Japan. I didn't see that at all, dude. No one speaks Japanese, or no one speaks English in Japan. The only reason that people, I think, say that Japanese people can speak English is probably when they're like going to school in Japan. And so it's like, yeah, of course, if you're at fucking school, there's going to be someone that knows how to speak English. But when you're like in the nitty gritty in random towns in cities, no one fucking speaks English, dude. Like there was one day, right? And my phone, I had forgotten the charger, right? The portable charger. So I was like, fuck, I forgot the portable charger. I don't want to stay out in the city too long because what if I can't get home, right? So I started taking the train back, right? And I was using like Google Maps and everything like that because, well, geez, I mean, I can read Japanese to an extent, right? But I was using Google Maps, right? And the Wi-Fi kept getting fucked up. And someone tried to jump in front of the train to kill themselves, right? So the train gets stopped, right? And I'm like, fuck. Okay. So then I go to switch trains, right? And so then I have to like start roundabouting it to get back home. Then I have to switch to another train. This train is now out of service because someone tried to kill themselves. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. And I'm like, I am now in the bumfuck middle of nowhere. My phone's about to die. The Google map has no idea where I am because I keep stopping in random places. So I'm trying to ask people, right? And I'm like, inagimare do yatte ikimasu ka, right? And this lady looks at me, right? When I'm like asking them like on the train, like, inagimare do yatte ikimasu ka, right? And this lady is so surprised that I speak to her in English. She's like, ooh, very good, very good. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm like, no, really? How do I get back to Inagi? I don't fucking know, dude. Right? And she's like, very good. And she just does that. And I'm just like looking there and I'm like, this is this is a fucking train wreck, dude. Right? So I'm like, I gotta find someone that can help me get back home, dude. You know what I mean? Because it sucks because I was like, dude, part of me wants to be like mad at myself because, like, you know what? It's not my fault that I don't speak 100% Japanese, right? It's not my fault. That's my fault. I'm lucky that I'm American and I can speak English, right? I'm lucky. You know what I mean? I mean, think about how lucky you are if you can speak English, right? I mean, because so again, not my it's my fault for not being fluent in the language, right? So, but at some point it was like, dude, even if I was fluent in Japanese, I am in such a bum fuck clusterfuck of Japan because of this. I don't know where I'm going, right, dude? So eventually, I try to go. I'm like asking like a train conductor, right? And he's like, "Oh, you speak Japanese very good, right?" And so he's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh God, he's speaking so fast. And you could tell he's like, oh shit. He's like, Nihongo wo karimasu yo ne? Right? And I'm like, dude, not to that level, right? You're going way too fast because to get back home, I had to like do like 3 transfers, right? Because the train was so fucked up. And long story short, like a 20-minute train ride took me like 3 hours. It was just, it was fucking, it sucked, right? I mean, I got home and I was like, oh, what a fucking day, right? I was just like, dude, it sucked, right? I was about to, and you don't want to take a taxi. Taxis are super expensive in Japan. Like, dude, like, we're talking like a 5-minute taxi, dude. You might spend like $15. It's, you know what I mean? So you are really fucked, right? Anyway. What was your first fighting game? Oh, Street Fighter 2, of course, right? Where I'm at. I'm paying for your OnlyFans. Dude, I have a PayPal. You can donate to PayPal or the Super Chat. YouTube takes a lot of Super Chat though, dude. But do you play any instruments? No, I don't play any instruments. I would like if I could, right? But Street Fighter 2, of course. Thanks for answering the fundamentals. Super Jesus, keep in mind that's funny thing. Do you surf skate? I was a fake skateboarder. I was just a stoner as a kid. I tried to skateboard and I could only ollie. I didn't practice that much. I think I did like a pop shove it a couple of times, like on accident, but whatever. I agree 100% that people just really don't speak English in Japan. So you're going places where tourists would go. I've been to Japan and of course looking like a foreigner, they're surprised. What's your favorite part about making videos? I like just showing things that things are possible, right? Giving people a new perspective on games. Like I said, I talked about this in that recent, watch those videos about game theory. It's important to be able to change people's perspectives on a video game. So did anyone watch that recent video I did, or should I like spoil it? Should I like spoil like the extremely deep brain idea I was trying to get into for that video? Say now or forever hold your peace, and I'll tell the story again. The video was basically, I was trying to say why it's important not to dumb down games, right? It's important to keep depth in games, right? Because think about it like this. How about this? Compare it to an RPG. An RPG is a roller coaster ride for the player that is supposed to have a clear-cut beginning and an end, right? When you play an RPG. For sake of argument, of course you can keep playing an RPG over and over again, side quest, whatever, right? But for sake of argument, an RPG is supposed to have a clear-cut beginning and an end, right? And during that roller coaster ride, there's ups and downs, right? There's things that are supposed to be certain moments in the RPG that get you excited, that make the player feel invested about what's going to happen and change your perspective about, oh man, what might this game be? What might be like possible while playing this game? But it's still a roller coaster ride and there has to be a beginning or an end, right? But a fighting game is infinite. A fighting game is not designed to have a beginning or an end. That is why fighting games need to have a lot of depth, right? You cannot make a fighting game. Well, I mean, you can, right? But again, what I'm getting into, you should not be making a fighting game where the fighting game is so pre-planned and predetermined, like, oh, hey, everyone's going to be able to do the maximum combo. Everyone feels like they're the star quarterback. This game was so pre-planned that this is what you do here. The game was already played for you, right? Because if that happens, you cannot keep the player emotionally invested. You can't keep being able to change their perspective. So because again, an RPG is a roller coaster ride with a beginning and an end, with many ups and downs, right? So it's supposed to have pre-planned moments to get the player excited. But a fighting game is a roller coaster ride that has no beginning or an end. That is why fighting games need to be complicated and have a lot of depth. If Jimmy does the most complicated combo, and then Billy sees it and Billy can automatically do it, and then Timmy can automatically do it, right? What kind of roller coaster ride is that? You're not excited. Everyone rides the same roller coaster. It's not how you make a fighting game, because a fighting game is not a roller coaster ride with a beginning and an end. A fighting game has no end. A fighting game can potentially be played forever because they're supposed to be, for sake of argument, infinite depth. Do you get what I'm getting? Do you get what I'm getting at? Do you actively? So that's why, when I make videos, I like being able to show people a different perspective on a game. Because if you think about that, isn't that the most fun thing? When you can look at a video, could be a tech video, a combo video, could be something simple, could be something complicated. Excuse me. But when you look at a video and you're like, wow, I never knew that was possible. Like, my perspective on the game is changing. And then you want to go and try it, right? But when you see everyone on Twitter do the same combo, it's just kind of like, man, is your perspective changing for the game? It's like, man, is this all there is to the game? It's like, I guess this is all there is. I guess it's over, right? Anyway, did you actively try to cultivate a community, or did it spring up naturally without your intention? I don't think I have a community. Do I have a community? I don't know if I even have a community. Why Fighter Z Online is garbage. I hear it's because the online really sucks, right? Smash Kami, I want to lick your arm. You want to lick my armpits or some bullshit? What are we talking about? Smash Kami, all jokes aside, what do you think about Grand Blue Fantasy Versus? It doesn't interest me. What drew you to the Japanese culture and language? I'm just a nerd. Not really anything that complicated, right? I'm only playing it for the 2D titty. You know what, man? I don't know. Does Ground Blue have characters that are like jack offable? I know people talk about Dragon Ball Fighter Z, who would I jack off to in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I don't think Dragon Ball Fighter Z has very jack offable characters. I can tell you, I don't remember ever jacking off to a single Dragon Ball Fighter Z character. I'm not sure. I hope Ramlethal is in Stride. Maybe I'd jack off to her. I don't know. How did you learn kanji back in the day? I have an old, well, you don't even need these anymore because of phones, but I actually do have an electronic dictionary. And I don't have the stylus thing, but you can write the kanji in it and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I would do. Oops. All right. Android 21 is fappable. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never jacked off to a Dragon Ball Fighter Z character, but I mean, I guess, if we're trying to theory fight, how would I jack off to Android 21? Maybe, she takes her tail and she wraps it around my dick and she strokes it a little bit and jacks me off or something. I mean, I guess, maybe. I haven't really thought about it, Spilly 1K. If you had everything you needed to make a fighting game, would you? Or do you just like playing games? I would I've said this before. I don't know if it's actually even possible. I don't know if it's actually possible to even make a completely new fighting game that is completely unique, all new characters, from scratch and make an amazing game. I don't know if I could do that, but in terms of confidence of being able to make games that already exist better, I think I could do that, but I don't know how to. Again, I don't know frame data. I don't know any of this shit. I'm fucking, I don't know any of this kind of shit, dude. But again, I don't know if I don't think I could make a completely brand new game from scratch and say it's going to be the most amazing game ever. But you know what? I don't know if anyone can actually do that anymore. I don't really think that's really possible. But in terms of being able to improve games that already exist, I think I could do that. But I mean, I don't know how to technologically do that kind of shit, right? Yeah, I guess the tail could go in my butthole or something. I mean, again, I've never jacked off to her, but I mean, I guess it could, maybe she's sucking me off, and then 1 minute the tail's in my butthole, and I'm like, dude, you weren't. I don't know, dude. It's not something I really thought about. Anyway, what are we talking about again? Dead or Alive 6. I actually, like I said, I don't think Dead or Alive is a bad game. I think Dead or Alive gets a bad rap in the community. I think Dead or Alive gets a bad rap in the community. I do. But it sucks because I think Dead or Alive 6 is probably the most boring Dead or Alive. I mean, why the fuck can't you like do ninja spinning pile driver throw off the wall or off a cliff? I don't know what the fuck they were thinking for that game. So I don't know. I am not of the opinion though. I know it's weird because a lot of people think like I'm super hardcore old school. But you know what? I think Smash Brothers is a fighting game. I think Dead or Alive is a fighting game. I've never had anything against them, right? So, I'm definitely, biased towards, old games, but I'm not of the idea that I never was the idea that Dead or Alive was the most terrible game ever, or Smash Brothers is a terrible game. I never thought that whatsoever. If Marvel 4 comes out, one character you would like to play. Well, I don't know if they're going to do Marvel, but I'm thinking, since they had that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament, I was actually guessing that they were going to be making a new verse style game. I don't think they're going to be doing another Marvel game because of the whole IP situation, but I could be wrong. But I was wondering if they're finally going to be doing like a new Capcom All-Star game, you know what I mean? Which I totally think they could do. Capcom has enough people, right? You know what I mean? Like, of course, it's not a Marvel game, so they won't have guys like Magneto or like Storm throwing shit. So you could just have, say, Grandmaster from Strider. This Grandmaster's throwing fireballs. He's filling up the screen. Whoever the fuck, dude. You could totally do a Capcom All-Star game. So, I'm not good at Marvel games. Never claimed to be good at Marvel games, but, I would like if a Marvel game new one came out, or a verse style game, I should be saying. I wouldn't mind having Hayato in a game again, right? Do some plasma combos, right? What is your opinion? What can be considered a really hard fighting game? Depends on what perspective you're coming off of it from, I guess. What do you think of 3D beat like Dragon Ball Budokai 3? Is that the virtual on kind of game? I don't know if people know this, but I posted it on my it's on my YouTube. I'm the person that originally found the grab infinite in those games. I actually posted it on my YouTube years and years ago when it came out. I think the games are fun. A Capcom vs SNK3 would be sweet, or Capcom All-Star fighting game. Yeah, I wouldn't mind another Capcom vs SNK3 actually. I think that would be fine to have that actually. We need to say, have you met Maximilian? No, I've never met Maximilian. I think the only legit interaction I ever had with Max was, I think he shouted me out once because he was doing this community Strider combo video thing. And then after he made the video, he said, "Oh my God, why have I not seen this guy named Clayton's videos?" And he like posted something about that. I think that's the only interaction I ever had with him. I think, and I said thanks because he actually wrote it in a comment or some bullshit. I wish he would have shouted me out for all those videos that he made of the stuff that I did, considering that he was He basically was beta testing Dragon Ball Fighter Z for 6 months and he never did anything. And then once I made those videos showing what you could do, then he posted the video on it and he got millions and millions of views. I would have liked a shout out for that, but that's, what are you going to do? Because I told that story. I mean, those guys actually got the game early. Like, I don't want to say who told me, but if you guys remember when Dragon Ball Fighter Z was being beta tested, I kept telling these guys what was in the game. And everyone was like, no, it's not in the game. And then when the game, that final beta came out, I started doing sparking loops, bomb loops, double supers, all this kind of stuff that everyone said was not going to be in the game. And I did it. And I don't want to say who they were because I don't want to like expose them in case they were under like a non-disclosure agreement, but they messaged me and they're like, oh shit. And they're like, dude, actually Bandai gave us the game last month. We've all had the game for a month. And they're like, was there any other idea that you were talking about? Because we can all try it now with all these other characters because we've had the game for a month now. And he messaged me. I don't want to say who messaged me, but you know what I mean? They all had the game really early and they weren't doing anything, right? So I would have appreciated a shout out if you're then going to go make a video off of the stuff I did, but Anyway, my scent of the day, I wore a Dolce & Gabbana light blue actually today. Namco vs. Capcom. I actually I don't know who owns the exact rights to those characters. If it's exactly Capcom or Namco, but I definitely think. Oh yeah, okay, wait. So RPGs in Japanese that I played Namco vs. Capcom or whatever it was called. I did play that in Japanese when it came out. Oh, that was a long time ago. I forgot about that. So that's a Japanese. I guess I did play that in Japanese. Excuse me. What are you talking about? Dolce & Gabbana. I've worn that. Yeah. Oh, so if they had that Rage, was it Reiji, Xiaomu, and Xiaoyu? Or was it Reiji, Xiaomu, and Saya? Man, those characters would make awesome. If those characters were in a verse style game, I don't know if Capcom owns the total rights to those characters, but those 3 new characters they had in that game, they would be fucking awesome in a verse style game. I would actually love that. If Capcom actually owns a little bit of those characters, put those characters in the game, dude. That would actually be fucking sweet, actually. Fighting game tier list soon. I've already made tier list before. I know some people wanted me to do a Karnov tier list again, which I guess I could do the Karnov tier list again. I've already made it, but I guess I could make another video about it if people really wanted me to. Korean barbecue is awesome. When I was in Japan, I ate Korean barbecue so much, dude. Dude, the Korean barbecue in Japan, dude. $10 Korean barbecue in Japan is better than like $40 Korean barbecue in America. It's fucking wow, dude. You do not understand how good Japanese food is. The quality for the price that you pay for food in Japan is absolutely fucking phenomenal. It was actually potentially the biggest culture shock I had in Japan. You know what I mean? Any thoughts on Tatsunoko vs. Capcom? No, I never played it. Cammy, yo, what's up? Joe Cool, Dragon Ball Fighter has 3D games in Blast. Kadeem Barnes, Clayton Lee predicts what happens in any game. That's true. People don't realize that, dude. Like, I mean, so Dragon Ball Fighter Z posted exactly how the game would work, right? Posted all this stuff years and years, 6 months before the game came out. Before that, Guilty Gear Xrd, I posted how that game was going to work. You can go look it up. And as a matter of fact, people were like, oh, no, because the game came out in Japan for a year and people were playing it. And they're like, oh, no, if all this stuff worked, Japan has had the game for a year. They would have done it. And then what happens? Once I put out all my videos for Xrd, what did people start using as the B&Bs? So that happened. AC, Accent Core, I said how that game was going to work. Street Fighter 5, I said how that game was going to work. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of many, many years of somehow magically being correct about how games are going to work, right? Have you seen the Iron Man Marvel's Capcom 2 tutorial? No, I haven't. I'm nothing special at Marvel. I'm a complete scrub. I've The best I've ever done in a Marvel tournament is I got like 4th or 5th a couple times in a local tournament. I'm nothing special at it at all. Joe Cool, are you and Jeremy Fragrance related? Me and Jeremy are both German, I guess, if that matters. But Jeremy, I said this before, dude. I actually barely ever even watch Jeremy because I cannot support him for that Patreon thing. I can't support a guy that got popular off of making up a lie to the community and making money off it. It's just fuck. It blows my mind that a guy made a Patreon saying that he didn't have money for fragrances. He put out multiple videos where he showed that he sold all his fragrance collection because he could only have 10 out of 10 fragrances. He only had 10 out of 10 fragrances. He made a video saying he was getting rid of all his clothes because he didn't have money, all this kind of stuff. And then a few videos later, after everyone started donating to his Patreon, magically all the fragrances were back. All the fragrances were back in his videos. All his clothes were back, and he showed up with a Ferrari. And I couldn't believe that people were like, and there was even Jeremy Fragrance apologists being like, hey, he didn't actually buy the Ferrari. He's just leasing the Ferrari with the money. And it's like, what is this, dude? He made a Patreon saying he has no money for fragrances. He made videos saying he sold all his fragrances. They were all gone in the back of his video. He made a video saying he had to sell all his clothes. And now you're defending him because he leased the Ferrari. He didn't actually buy it. And it's like, dude, at the time, didn't he already have a couple 100,000 people on YouTube? You're telling me that a guy that has 200, whatever, how many thousands of people he had on YouTube at the time, 250,000 subs on YouTube. You're telling me you can't afford fragrances when you have 250,000 people on your YouTube already? I mean, dude, that's pretty. That's why I said I can't. You know what? And what it sucked because I defended Jeremy. That's what it sucked for me because, and let me put it like this: I would still defend Jeremy. I would still defend Jeremy again. When people were trying to say that he was a douchebag because he was making videos about fragrances and fucking girls, I don't give a fuck. You got a fragrance community where they call things like panty droppers, which I think panty droppers sounds really cringy personally. How the fuck are you going to hate a guy because he's good looking and he's getting his dick sucked? That's bullshit. So I will defend Jeremy for that till the day I die. He was getting hated for that for no reason. You know what I mean? A lot of people looked really cringy when they were talking shit about him for that. So I'll defend Jeremy for that. But Jeremy also legitimately lied to make money off of people. And his channel grew because of that. That's fucked up. I was saying, dude, I just think, it fucks with me so badly because my whole life I've had so many people say that I lied about being sick when I never asked for money. That's why that kind of shit fucks with me so much. I'm like, dude, I have people that say that I lied when I never even made a profit off it. And you got a dude who lied to make money and he was forgiven. And now he's famous because of it. How do you do that, dude? It's so fucked up. Anyway, what kind of music do you listen to? Instrumental, a lot of instrumental. Dymo. Thoughts on the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? It was just okay. Where do I illegally download visual novels? I don't even know. I have no idea. I haven't downloaded. I can't even remember the last time I would have done something like that years and years and years ago. Are you from Germany? No, I'm not from Germany, but I am part German, part Finnish, and part Canadian, actually. Joe Cool. Those leaked emails where he was trying to force a chick to suck him off. Yeah, they showed some idea. This is, you know what? I actually didn't think that was that bad. You know what, dude? A lot of people say a lot of shit when they're trying to get fucked. A lot of people get thirsty. I know he was saying some cringy emails. He's like, yes, we will go out and you will suck me off or whatever he said, and you will love it, babe. And I was kind of like, it's pretty cringy, but you know what, dude? Everyone gets thirsty. I've gotten thirsty. Lots of people say lots of things to people. So I was like, And it's like, you're going to like hate the guy because he's trying to get his dick sucked. But when he stole money from you, you're not going to say anything. It's kind of like, what's the mind game here, dude? He literally stole money. He literally made fake videos, asked for money. You gave him money, and then he put all the videos back. He said he sold all this stuff. He made these videos. I sold all my fragrances. I can only have 10 out of 10 fragrances. Give me money. You gave him money. The next video, all those fragrances were gone. Now they're back. Come on. You're going to forgive him. You're going to make him more popular for that, but because he tried to get his dick sucked, that's when you got mad? I don't get that. That's fucking weird, dude. And I'm also of the opinion, you know what? You didn't see the whole conversation, so she might have tried to be fucking him. I don't know. She might have tried something with him as well. I don't know. I didn't see the whole conversation, so I would not hate the guy for that personally. Why haven't you played Smash Brothers? I said many times I played Smash Brothers. I don't know what that is about. I wish we had a remastered Darkstalkers game. That would be cool. I was never too horny about Darkstalkers, but I know some people like Darkstalkers. It is what it is, right? Favorite Dragon Ball movie? I don't know. I'm not sure. You look like Nick's sake, but more jacked. Thanks, dude. I heard they're actually making a remake of Smash Brothers, right? What's your opinion on Grand Blue Versus? Don't care about it. Not interested in it. But yeah, no, the Jeremy thing. You know what? It bothers me. I can say I have reached a point in my fragrance journey where the Jeremy thing was. The Jeremy fragrance thing was like, you know what? I used to still watch. Like, I can't sub to him anymore, right? I won't sub to him. I refuse to like his videos. I won't even comment on the videos because of that kind of bullshit. But I've actually even reached the point now where I don't even really watch his videos. I like, even as someone that's into fragrances, I just won't watch his videos. I very rarely watch his videos because even watching his videos now, I feel like how could I have contributed to a guy that stole money from people and is now the most famous fragrance person there is? And it's crazy because he was already the most he's already the most favorite fragrance whatever dude, right? It really bothers me that he stole money from people and he got famous because of it. That really fucking bothers me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even, I think that one of the guys had messaged me before, the Sebastian guy, looking good, feeling good, because they were doing some meetup in California and he asked me if I was going and I hadn't even heard about it. But if you guys watch my channel, you know I am a very fucking blunt and a very blunt person, right? And I hear Jeremy's tall, right? So I'm not tall. I'm only 5'11", right? So I'm 5'11", but I wear boots to make me like 6'1", right? Because I'm insecure. But I've heard Jeremy's a really tall dude, so I'm sure Jeremy is probably taller than me, right? But you know what? Even if I met Jeremy in person and he was trying to be cool with me, I'd be like, you know what, dude? You're a good-looking guy. I respect the hustle, but I can't respect you for fucking stealing money. You know what I mean? And I've also said a weird thing about Jeremy is I've seen Jeremy comment on almost every YouTuber's videos at least once, but Jeremy has never commented on my videos. But you want to know something weird? Jeremy's brother will comment on my videos. That's pretty fucking weird, right? That's pretty fucking weird. I don't know what that's about, dude. Anyway, where are we? Best fighting game music track in your opinion? Wow, that's a good question. Depends, dude. There's a lot. That's very hard. That's a good question. I don't know if I could pick just one. Would you like to try to get more popular on YouTube, or is this a small community just fine? Oh, of course, I'd love to make money off YouTube, but I'm not going to lie to do it. I don't want to fucking lie. Sorry, I'm not Buttmonger. I'm not Wrath. I'm not any of these other motherfuckers who don't care about being shady to grow their YouTube. I'm not going to fucking do that, dude. Right? I would appear. I got this super chat if you want to donate to my super chat, my PayPal, Patreon, whatever. But I don't want anyone to actually have a legitimate reason. That's why, like, I've said this before. I'm a nerd. I post on 4chan, whatever. But I can tell you, in all my years on 4chan, I don't think I've ever even posted my videos even 10 times ever on 4chan. I don't even think I've ever done it that much. I'm not even sure if I'm at 5 times on 4chan, because I know there's a good amount of people who hate me on 4chan and think that I show myself. And I don't want them to ever somehow be able to go back and look and be like, I knew that Clayton was shilling his videos, right? Like, I don't know how they would do that, but I don't want anyone to ever have any kind of actual excuse to be able to say that I actually did something fucked up, which I guess shilling your videos isn't really anything bad, but I know people are always saying Clayton is so full of himself, whatever, blah, 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 right? So, of course, I would love to make money off YouTube. You know what I mean? But I don't want to lie to do it. And I'm not going to fucking suck a dick to do it, right? Does that make sense? Sodium Overdrive. Do you think Guilty Gear Strive has any chances of a major changes or release? I think changes will happen. Drastic changes are unlikely unless it gets delayed or something. But generally speaking, a beta to a final version of the game, things change, but the idea of the game does not change, right? Where are we? Joe Cool, what do you think about what happened to the Dead Space franchise from AAA to Dunk? I'm not sure. I watched my brother play the original Dead Space, but other than that, I'm not really sure. Did you ever get a chance to play Plus R in Japan? I did not. I only played, when I was in Japan, I played 4 or 5 matches of Super Turbo. I think that was it. I think I went to some arcade, and I think I won, like, it was either I won 3 matches and I won 4 matches, and then I lost the next one. That was it. That's all I did. You know what I mean? Which actually, I can tell you, I was still pretty salty I even lost the match I did, because I was just like, man, it's just been so long since I played on our arcade stick. And so I either won 3 times in a row. I either won 3 times or I won 4 times, and then I lost the next one. I don't remember what it was, but that's the only game I played, right? Do you hate Evo Ryu? I'm not horny about the idea of Evil Ryu, if that makes sense. Ref FGC was defending Buttmonger and those Teen Gohan guys while they were making up lies about me. And I was like, wow, motherfucker. You're going to support these guys while they're going around saying that I faked being sick, that I hate gay people, and then they post what I did is their own? And he tried to say and try to act like that was made up, and that didn't happen. And I was like, who is this motherfucker? Like, why the fuck would you say that? The video is right there that it happened, and he tried to say that it was fake. And I was like, who the fuck is this idiot? Fuck that guy. Anyway. So that was that. I don't know what that dude's problem was. I was like, fuck that dude. Motherfucker. Like, I don't know how the fuck these dudes all support each other. It's like, dude, what are you guys so insecure? You guys wouldn't have fucking content to even make anything about unless I fucking helped you. Give me a fucking break. So yeah, that was what that was about. I don't know how the fuck he could defend those people, but just shows he's a fucking idiot and shady as hell, right? Mr. Bombastic, I like how Buttmeyer got localized after the drama. Hey, he's still doing well for himself though, right? So I mean, hey, I wish people would expose him. Any other food you love? Italian, Mexican, or Indian? Yeah, I guess is Italian pizza, breadsticks, cheesy bread, tiramisu. Oh my god, dude, the tiramisu in Japan is so fucking good. Oh my fucking god, dude. I'm not even joking. Almost every single day that I was in Japan, I ate tiramisu. $2 tiramisu in Japan is just as good as a $10 tiramisu in America. I'm not fucking joking. blew my fucking mind. Oh my fucking God, dude. Go to any fucking convenience store. Oh my God, tiramisu pancakes, almost just wow, dude. It was hard to find bad food in Japan. It's hard to find bad food in Japan, dude. It's fucking hard, dude. Anyway. How have you been, dude? Health getting any better? Health is still the same. I did have to go to the hospital recently because, like I said, I had skin cancer before, so I had to get another mole removed, and the mole is growing back. But they said they don't think it's cancer, but I did have to get that checked on again. But I've had cancer before, so I had to get that checked. I got it removed, but it's actually growing back, so that has been worrying me. But I guess I had that checked again recently. But well, really, well, maybe he was just defending his friend. Yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing. You know what, dude? Well, of course I guess he's his friend, but how the fuck are you going to defend a guy who proof is in the pudding, dude? It's right there. The dude has been caught lying multiple times, and you're going to try to tell people that I'm lying about it? Really? Really? I'm lying about it. That's why there's proof. It's right there. Like, come on. What a fucking idiot. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, he's a coward. Yeah. Hadel Abner, I'm not saying that. Most controversial thing you've ever done in terms of what context? Controversial thing is probably that I guess I'm just in general I'm really blunt and I'm extremely blunt, I guess, right? I guess that's controversial. I guess. Also, did you play any I like how you say yeah. Also, did you play any other video game engineers? Oh yeah, I mean I play RPGs, action games, whatever, yada yada yada, right? Sonic games. I'd like a Mega Man X game again, RPG, whatever. Based Juju, what do you think about the spectacle fighter? Hack and slashing. What does that mean? Is that like a Devil May Cry game or some shit? What constitutes as a spectacle fighter? I don't know what a spectacle fighter is. How old are you? I am a young daddy. I'm probably, well, I guess I got a big pimple on my nose and you know what I mean? I guess I'm kind of like, looking a little ravaged here. If I actually like put on a good light, I could probably look a little bit younger, but I'm probably maybe I don't know how old I look right now, but I'm a young daddy, I guess, right? Is the wall behind me real or fake? It's a real wall, I think. Have you thoughts on Final Fantasy VII? I think it's fine. I played the remake. I thought it was fine. You know what I mean? It was fine. Oh, is that Doretta Geller? Are you the same? Are you the same guy that is like two-faced? Randomly talks about me in a two-faced way. Are you the same dude? I'm gonna have to look up your name. That name is familiar. Mr. Bombastic. Have you played any rhythm games? I'm sure, like everyone, I've played DDR once or twice, but not legitimately. Devil May Cry. I played the only Devil May Cry that I actually played a little bit. I remember playing Devil May Cry 4, but the other ones I just watched people play. But I mean, I think they're fine, right? Yeah, the Devil May Cry. The unplugged lamp is gone. Yeah, yeah. This room doesn't have good lighting. You know what I mean? It doesn't have good lighting. Where's this band? I don't think this band has ever been on actually one of my streams before. What is your favorite movie genre? Oh God, I don't know if I have one. I'm not sure. Last movie I saw though, I think was was the Sonic movie the last movie I saw. I think. Yeah, I don't think does the Dreamcast have a special place in your heart? I don't know if any system is more special than the other. I don't know if any system is more special than the other. I don't know if any system is more special than the other, but It's fine, I guess. What do you think, Pikachu? Of course, Pikachu's favorite is Nintendo. He's a Nintendo show. Fucking Pikachu. Pikachu's a Nintendo show. Yeah, no, it's too bad that I'm not more popular, so the disband thing can't be a real meme, right? Maybe if my channel ever grows, this band already can become a real meme. Now it's kind of like a novelty meme, but it hasn't quite reached real meme status, I don't think, right? I feel like the disband meme is just well known as the Clayton is supposedly crazy meme. I feel like I see that just as often, actually. Let's see what we have. Do people that you know in person watch your videos? Uh, to a extent. I had a girl not too long ago told me she watched the Fighting Tuesday thing because she looked me up and she said she saw my Fighting Tuesday interview. I guess I had a girl tell me that. Um, it depends because in life, you know what I mean? In life, you have very few real friends, right? In life, you have very few real friends. But real friends, I suppose, do know that I play video games, but a lot of acquaintance friends do not know that I play video games. Um, does that make sense? Does that like real friends do know? Because you got to remember, I know people they don't believe me, but I don't play a lot of video games. I'm a nerd, but I don't play a lot of video games. So a lot of acquaintance friends do not know that I play video games, but of course, real friends do. And even now, like acquaintance, I've told this before in kind of like my psychology video about like boy girl stuff. A lot of people when they hear I'm a nerd, they think it's fake. They don't know, they don't think that I'm like a real nerd that is actually like won tournaments. They think it's like fake, right? So again, it depends, right? So where are we? Do Gogeta Vegeta have two dicks or just a giant one? I think they probably have a giant one. Every time people mention Clayton on Twitch, they call you the father. Mr. Bombastic, you know, you fools, I will be the successor. Yeah, I was gonna say Mr. Bombastic is doing this. Have you ever played Fire Emblem games? No, but I do know some people that um, like that game. Are you a fan of any rap, new or old? I could probably sing Ice Ice Baby, I guess. Wait. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Boom! Immerse a speaker that booms or filling your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play this dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. Better hit bullseye, the kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Do 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 do. So I guess I do know a little bit of super chat that motherfuckers. I just never mind. Fuck you guys. Anyway, thoughts on the Sonic movie. My thoughts on the Sonic movie is it probably was absolutely fucking. You know what? My thoughts on the Sonic movie is I actually wonder if the whole ugly Sonic thing was a joke because if anyone has watched the movie has so many cutesy moments. If they would have kept that original Sonic design, the movie would have been absolutely fucking horrifying. right? Has anyone seen the movie? If they would have kept the original design with how randomly cutesy the movie is, I think the movie would have been a scary movie. It would have been absolutely fucking horrifying. Something was fucking weird with that movie, dude, right? So I actually wonder how much of the movie was actually finished. Like me and a friend were talking about this. I think I saw the movie with my brother, and then afterwards, a friend said he saw it with his girlfriend and stuff like that. And we're talking about it, and we're like, dude, I wonder if this was fake. And there's no way they could have green lighted this movie with that design. Like maybe they did a little bit of the movie, and they did this as a publicity stunt, right? Anyway, have you ever been in any fist fights? Well, first of all, people carry guns where I live. So first of all, if someone was trying to fight me and I had a gun, I would shoot you, right? And my friend, he still carries around his gun even when he walks when he walks his dog, right? So where I live, we're allowed to carry guns. So I think fighting is. I don't understand why people talk about they want to fight in real life. Like, what a fucking idiot, dude. People carry around guns. Like, you don't know what fucking someone is carrying. But no, so I'm not tough, so I wouldn't act like I'm tough. But the only time when someone has ever tried to like get in a fight with me in real life, I just like put them in like a front face lock, and I just like sat down on them until they calmed down. So not a real fight, I guess. No. Spilly Y2, you and Majin Obama make a great entertainment duo. Like someone asked about this before, and to my knowledge, me and Obama are not friends. Actually, we had a falling out, from what I've heard, because I told Obama I was coming back to Japan, and he was acting. He was not very friendly about it when I talked to him. So me and him, I don't know if people want me to talk about that again. Me and Obama are actually not friends, to my knowledge. Actually. I thought we were okay, but I guess we're not. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? AC every time. Was wondering that actually. Have your friends been affected by the rumors and whatnot? What rumors? What rumors were we talking about? I like arcadeware the most from it. Ward reacts too. So you're not gaming too much, even unless I played Final Fantasy. I mean, like I said, I'm a nerd, but the idea, I said this before, the idea that Clayton, how about this? There's this idea. Some people say, I've seen it, right? Some people like when they're playing in tournaments, right? You see these interviews with dudes, and they're like, "Oh, I play Street Fighter 8 hours a day." Dude, really? I don't know if I've ever played Street Fighter once in a single day for 8 hours. I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ. And I'm a nerd. I'm not saying I don't play video games. I'm a nerd, but you got dudes that are saying they play video games for 8 hours a day. I don't even know if I played an RPG for 8 hours a day. I guess that might, maybe an RPG or something. But I was never someone that I'm a nerd, but not. And this isn't that I like never have practiced. Of course I have, but dudes that say they're like hours and hours and hours and hours a day. No, that's not something that I do. No. How long is your PP? Unfortunately, is only a regular PP. Togamira. Sorry if you answered this, but your favorite fighting game character of all time? Well, Ryu, of course, right? Hey, I see a super chat. I'm going to get to it. Time out. Wait. What is this? Marcus Langston. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, dude. I might only get $3 of that because of how much YouTube takes, but I will take that $3 and I will use it wisely. My penis, I have measured my penis. I'm insecure enough to measure my penis, and I only have a 6-inch penis, and it sucks because I actually have big balls. So it makes my penis look even smaller. And both my brothers have, I've heard, I've never seen, but I have heard rumors that both my brothers have very large penises, actually, which sucks. And I could tell you if I had a large penis, I would totally jack off on camera. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? I mean, that's one of the crazy things. Like, dude, I don't know if any girls are watching this. I only have a 2% female viewer, 2% female viewership, audience-ship, whatever. I know some girlfriends, right? And hopefully they're not watching this because this sounds bad. But I know girls, dude, that tell me that. How should I say this? Some girls that are just average girls. Let's say they're just average girls, right? Who tell me they make a living off of Patreon and everything like that. Guys just donating to them to take half naked selfies and cosplay, that kind of shit, right? It's surprising, right? But hey, you got to bust a nut, right? So, but whatever the case, if I had a big dick, why wouldn't you jack off on camera, right? I'd call it Clayton's Sperm Bank. Every week, tune into Clayton's Sperm Bank. I'll bust a few nuts. Like, why wouldn't you? If I had a big dick, I totally would. I mean, just it's so easy, right? I mean, give me a credit. Like, dude, I would totally do it, right? I actually liked Ugly Sonic. I don't know what to tell you about that one, dude. The old Sonic design was planned. Clayton. Oh wait. Ah shit. Wait. Oh. Clayton, your music selection. I never got to tell you, but please make Link the songs you made. I've been bobbing my head for the past 10 combo videos. Yeah, no, I think combo videos like I'm glad people like the music I pick, so that's cool that if you guys like the music because I try to do cool stuff. Clayton combos in real life. Are we talking? Was it this like the fighting thing or something? For his neutral special, Clayton uses a gun. Like I said, no, I'm not. I'm not a tough guy. I would never pretend to be tough. I don't know why. Why would you pretend to be tough? Like, dude, my friend that walks around. Well, like I said, you would not. You would not expect my friend walks around with a gun. You wouldn't know it. I could show you a picture of him. You would not be like that dude carries around a gun. You would not believe that, right? So this dude is way tougher than me too. I mean, this dude is way tougher than me too. So, you know what I mean? But whatever the case, do you think this will be the last season of Fighter Z? I don't know. Maybe if they make a Hyper Dragon Ball Fighter Z2 or something, right? What was your longest gaming session? You know, this is going to sound crazy. People don't believe this, I'm sure. So my first year of disability, you guys got to remember, I won every tournament that I like went to besides like Evo, right? And it was actually that was the year that like around when Star Ocean 3 came out, right? I think it was around that time. And dude, people I played Star Ocean 3 a lot. I played Star Ocean 3 a lot. I mean, I don't know if I played Star Ocean 3 an 8 hours in a single day, but I played Star Ocean 3 a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm sure it's some RPG. There's probably some RPG that I played a lot of, but it wouldn't be a fighting game now. But the longest time I played a fighting game, I don't even know, but when I made those recent Frieza combo videos, was that a couple months ago I put out those Frieza combo videos? Maybe there was a day that I played like an hour or two. Because some of those Frieza combos, getting those to work, I probably, when I was making those videos, maybe one of the days I played like an hour or two. Because some of those Frieza combo videos, when I was figuring it out, I probably played, because, I'd play 15 minutes stop, play 15 minutes stop, play 15 minutes stop. So I probably played like an hour or two when I was doing those videos. But show feet. Are you going to donate to the super chat? Why did you block the EFGC on Twitter? I don't remember. You'd have to. I don't know who that is. He probably said some bullshit, and I'm extremely I'm an extremely non-bullshit person. If you have as much ideas to do shit with your PP as you have ideas for fighting games, you're fine. Oh, is this like the different stroke method or something like that? That's why I came to the stream. You came to the stream because of what exactly? These streams on the conversation are great. If you enjoy the stream, donate to the Patreon or the super chat, the cause. How's your first sexual experience? Are you guys going to donate to if I tell you my first sexual experience? The super chat? It wasn't good. That's all I have to say. It wasn't good. I just did it to get it over with, and I regret it. I regret not having sex when I first got that job as a model and girls liked me. What a fucking idiot for not having sex with all those girls. Jesus Christ, was I a fucking idiot. So by the time I finally had sex, I just did it to get it over with, and I didn't even come. I would assume that's probably not too rare, though. I would assume that's probably not too rare. I would assume there's probably a number of guys that have probably actually had sex for the first time. They just like got it over with. Now it was like one of those fake things. You just took the condom after you had sex, and I was just like, this was good. Just pretended that I busted. Oh man, sad, dude. Just did it to get it over with. It's really fucking sad. Really, really fucking sad that I have to say that. Do you have a fast food tier list? A fast food tier list. Popeyes maybe? Wendy's? Popeyes and Wendy's? I've never had certain things. I mean, there's a lot of places I haven't had before. You know, there's a lot of fast food restaurants that I haven't had before. So, God, I can't even remember. I guess if you don't count Japan, I cannot remember the last time that I've eaten fast food besides Popeyes or Wendy's. I probably haven't eaten McDonald's in years. Haven't eaten Burger King in many years. KFC in years. You know, unless you count Japan, I do not think I've eaten any fast food besides maybe Wendy's or Popeyes a handful of times in the past. Three, 4, maybe 5 years. I'm not even sure. I feel like I must have eaten a bacon, egg, and cheese. There must have been some time that I've eaten McDonald's bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits somewhere, but I just can't remember. Unless you count something like Dunkin' Donuts. I do randomly, very randomly, I do eat Dunkin' Donuts a little bit here and there. If that counts as a fast food, I don't know. How do you work to develop ideas for combos? For combos, you play a lot of different games. So you can come at a game that you eventually like from a different perspective. That's the most simple answer. And then you practice in your head. So, get good at practicing ideas in your head. So when you play the game, you don't get bored of it, I guess, right? You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get like brain fatigue. Because certainly I'm not like a rage kind of person. I'm like, fucking Christ, ow. You know what I mean? But certainly there are times when I'm like, motherfucker, you like swear to yourself, right? But you know what I mean? So try to think of the ideas that you want to go for before you start so you don't get bored once you start playing, I guess, right? And get like too frustrated, right? So, I mean, I'm not even sure. Actually, that might be a good question. What is the most frustrated I've gotten while doing a combo? That would be a good question, man. What would be the most frustrated I've ever got while doing a combo? That would actually be a good question. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's a most. I'm not sure that I'd have to think about that one. Joe Cool. First time I had sex, I didn't come either. I jacked off into a girl's stomach. Hey, okay, there you go. Joe Cool is right there as well, right? Dial Up Sucky. What about Dial Up Sucky? Yeah, that is me. That is one of my names. You didn't know. Simon Giller. I've been trying to throw FRC. I've been trying to do throw FRC forward hard slash with Kevin with the same input as the impossible come up, but ours doesn't come out. Do you know why that is? The FRC doesn't come out. The hard slash doesn't come out. I think there might be some hit stop or something like that. but I believe there is a few characters you can do. I thought in my first AC video I showed there's a few characters that it works on that I recall. That I recall that works on, right? Ooh, that actually might be, that actually gives me an idea. Have I done, maybe I should try to do the throw, a FRC throw Kai with to the new Tiger Knee Big Blue Air Loop. That's okay. That gives me an idea. Maybe I should try to do that. I should see if I should get that. Anyway, where am I? I heard a lot of people say the first time's never going to be good. Yeah, exactly. That's why I would say get it over with. What a fucking idiot. Do you know that one of my first times I had as an opportunity as a kid is a girl that was in Playboy after that? Not joking. I told the story about this girl before. I don't know if people want to hear that story again before, but oh my God, she was in Playboy too. She had big lips. Big lips are my favorite. What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot, dude. Man, my life is full of regrets. Why do you guys think I hate the video game community? I cannot. Why the fuck did I have to be a nerd? Why the fuck did I have to be a nerd and then do all this stuff for the video game community? Only for the video game community to make up lies about me for like 20 years. What a fucking idiot. I could have been fucking these girls that were in Playboy. Wow, what a fucking idiot. It's fucking sad. It's really fucking sad. Do you fart? I've farted before. Yes. If you want a sad story, after I had C. diff, I had years actually where I had to be careful if I farted because I would shart so easily. I'm not even joking. That sucked. I had many times when I would go hang out with friends, when we would drive to restaurants, I would have to drive myself because after that whole dying stuff happened with the C. diff, it fucks up your stomach so bad, dude. I was a shart away from shitting myself for years. That took a long, long time to totally recover. Javi Polaria, any diet you are following? I just try not to eat like shit, really. I eat pretty simple, right? What gravitated you towards bodybuilding or working out? After I had the C. diff and I was in the hospital and my doctors were like, you could die. And it was just like, man, dude, what have I been doing with my life, right? I've had this bad health for so many years. And the C. diff happened, and man, dude, I got so sick from C. diff, dude, right? I got lucky because C. diff, you can definitely die from it. And I met some other people who had C. diff. They ended up losing their stomach, and they have poop bags now. So, I got really sick from C. diff, and it took me a year before I could work out again. So after that happened, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to die, I need to make sure that any excuse is an excuse I can live with. So I took a year before I could work out again, and then that's basically what motivated me to work out, I guess, right? Yeah, how did I fake? I don't know how all these people think I faked being sick. And the thing is, I don't understand why people think I would fake being sick because I never made any money off it. So that's the biggest thing. Why would you fake being sick but not ask money for it? There's the biggest fucking brain fart, but hey, what are you going to do, right? Write what down? I must be the exception to the rule. My first time was pretty good. Hey, but that's good for you, right? Favorite festive time of the year? Favorite festive time of the year? Were you talking about like Christmas or something like that? What Christmas and what else? I'm not sure. Topic health sport. Did you hear about biomechanics functional patterns? I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. How come you never played BB Tag? Doesn't interest me. Don't care about the dumbing down of games, one button DPs, all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, Halloween. Okay, so Halloween counts. So like Christmas, Halloween. Oh God, I don't know. I feel like when you're a kid, Christmas is usually your favorite because you get money or you get presents. And then you get older and you realize you got to pay for people's shit too. So it's not as nice. right? You got to start paying for people's shit too. So then Christmas isn't quite as cool, I guess, right? So yeah, I guess Halloween would be a holiday that stays fun for an adult because you still go out and party, I guess. Do you have a fart fetish? Because I do. No, I think that's on you, dude. That fart fetish is that one's on you. How about this? I will make a fart noise if you donate. I can make a fart noise with my arm. Would that like turn you on? I'm not sure about that. Wicked Barley. I still can't believe that those people at the tournament where you had a kidney stone. Yeah, you know what? That would be a fun post to see if I could go find that. That would be a fun post to go see if I could find that. But that was a long, long, long time ago, right? That was a long, long, long time ago. You should play King of Fighters. I like King of Fighters, but I like the old ones. I like King of Fighters, but that's the old one. But I like old ones, I mean. Tito, what's up, dude? Andre Roca. Are you a UFC fan? Not particularly. I think when I was younger, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool to see people beating each other up. But then as I got older, I'm kind of just didn't really care, I guess. You know what I mean? It's kind of like cool in a way, but I wouldn't call myself like a fan. It's cool in a way because it's cool. Like it appeals to a part of you that it's like, wow, I wish I was tough. I wish I could beat people up, right? Like it appeals to that kind of like inner part of you that wants to be able to that wants to be able to say that you're tough and you could beat somebody up. But besides that, nowadays it's just kind of like, not really, right? Does that make sense? Wait, does that count as a fart noise? Was I just doing a fart noise and I didn't even realize? Did I just do a fart noise and I didn't realize it? Did you win fights when you or wait. Do you like any metal bands? Uh I like instrumental stuff, you know what I mean? Did you win any fights? I wasn't in any real fights when I was a kid. Like I said, the only time someone tried to fight me is I just put them like in a front face lock until they like gave up, basically. What else do we have? What would you say is a cool job? Cool job would be one that makes you happy and you make a lot of money off of, right? I know my friend has been telling me, my friend does real estate in Japan and he makes like real good money. Apparently he does pretty well for himself, right? Apparently real estate is a really good thing to get into. It's apparently generally pretty easy to make good money off it. Has anyone seen Bully Beatdowns? No, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. What do you love the most about fighting games? Oh, I'm not sure. I just thought it was cool. I don't know. I'm not sure. Big boobs with like because there's different levels of butts. Like I said, you can have like a flat, you can have like a literally no butt, like an old man butt, no butt, a butt, big butt, badunka butt, Instagram butt, whatever, right? So I would like to have like a big butt or something like that, but I'm just at I have a butt level. As long as I don't get to no butt or old man butt, you know. But yeah, no, that's I would definitely take butt over big boobs, right? Because big boobs with like an old man butt is it's not good, man. Do your neighbors always make this much noise? Oh well, I have the window open so you can hear people outside. Favorite hentai? I guess Bible Black. The meaning of life is to find a perspective that keeps you going. Meaning of life is to fear God. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know about that one. No favorite anime or manga. What's the most regretful nut you've ever had? A regretful nut. What's a regretful nut? I don't know what a regretful nut would be. I've told before, I've told before, from 4chan stealing my pictures. I actually know like a famous kind of like infamous, I guess you would call her like transgender girl, right? You would never tell by her face, you know. So we kind of met through 4chan actually, and we talk in real life actually now. And I've gotten a boner thinking about her sucking me off. I'm like, is that gay? I don't know if it's gay, but you know what I mean? I can't fucking tell just by her face, dude. I'm like, man, she does have a. You wouldn't know, dude. You wouldn't fucking know by her face. Is it a regretful boner? Like my boner doesn't know. I'm like, man, her face. You wouldn't fucking know, dude. Favorite hentai Bible Black, I guess. What's your definition of a simp? I guess a simp is like the new funny name, is like the new funny term for like a beta, right? Is that like the funny kind of phrase for like a simp now? Simp is just like the new funny term for a beta, I think it feels like, right? Yep. I am literally doing that. You're correct. What the fuck? I joined, and the first thing I hear this man talking about ass. Hank Hillbutt, jacking off the Bible Black. Let me see what we have. Like those nuts. My most regretful nut I have is when I nutted to a girl with a big penis. You know what? I can tell it, man. Yeah, I can tell a weird story. Oh boy. I haven't, but oh god, I don't know if you guys will know who I'm talking about. There is I used to have I guess I won't say his name, but I used to have a pretty famous fighting game player live with me. He was my roommate, right? And we were sharing a computer at the time. And I would wake up. It was my computer, I guess, but we were sharing a computer at the time, right? And so it was back in the day when people would just randomly like download stuff off of. It was a little bit before BitTorrent, so maybe Kazaa or something like that. Is that what it was called? Whatever it was before people started exactly using BitTorrent, I think it was. But anyway, so every now and then I would like go on my computer and there'd be some tranny porn. And I'm like, why the fuck is there this tranny porn on my computer? What is going on, right? And I thought that maybe it was like my little brother, like maybe he's just going around downloading porn or something like that. He didn't know that he picked the tranny porn, I guess, like that. And I ended up finding out after the guy left, after the guy moved out, I ended up finding out he was gay. And so it kind of all made sense. And I'm like, oh, it wasn't my brother. It was the dude was gay and he was downloading all this tranny porn on my computer. So that was quite the epiphany when I realized that, right? So I kept on being like, who the fuck, who keeps downloading all this tranny porn on my computer, right? Have you ever nutted and after been like, damn, what the fuck is this? Are we talking about, is this like the Galaxy Nut story you guys want? You guys want me to do like the Galaxy Nut story? Is that what you guys are talking about? Is that one, right? What do you think of Bella Delphine? Is that the water girl? Is that the water girl? Why is my friend Fat Pikachu lying on the floor all alone? Dude, you want us fucking weird, dude? Our neighbors had a dog, right? And one time the door was open while the dogs, and like, because the neighbors had dogs, right? And the door was open and the neighbors were like talking. And the dog literally ran up into our house, ran up, not even joking. How fucking weird is this? Ran into my room and tried to grab Pikachu. How fucking strong is a dog's nose that it fucking was? It tried to. Is that fucking weird? That's fucking weird, right? Anyway, where are we? Thoughts on the Vic Mignon Brawley case? Well, I've said this before. Can I get a water? I'll tell the Vic story because, like I said, I actually know people in anime, like the girl that does Ray Zero, whatever for America now. You know, she's my friend in real life. We've hung out before, all that kind of stuff. So I actually do know people that know these people. So let me get a drink of water and I'll tell you a story. Okay. I do got to eat some dinner here soon, but so it's embarrassing to see me eat. Come on, what's that? No one wants to see me eat, do they? Let's look at me half naked, right? Come on. Where are we? He wanted to fuck me. Well, this guy wanted to fuck one of my friends. That's why he lived with me. Toto Dragon Ball Z. What's up, dude? Hi from Spain. Well, so my thoughts on the Vic Mignon thing. Like I said, I actually do know people that are anime voice actors, and I do know people that run the anime cons, right? And my opinion is, I don't know a lot. I'm not nerdy enough to know who voices what exactly, but I have heard about this Vic guy before, right? And I can tell you, I have heard many stories that he is an asshole in real life, right? But there's a big difference between being an asshole and being a rapist, right? Never heard he's raped anybody like that, right? So yeah, I've heard stories that he's an asshole. Like he's like a hassle. He's not like cool. People don't like him at cons. But I've never heard that he's like raped everybody. You know what I mean? Never heard anything like that. And actually, I've heard stories of some other guy that is kind of related to him actually has been caught fucking the younger girls in the hotel room. They've like found him before. I don't know his name, but he's a guy. He's another guy, whatever. But yeah, they said yeah, he's an asshole, but we've actually seen some of the other voice actors have been caught like having sex with like the fans. We've like come to get them in the hotel room, and they're like banging the fans, whatever. So anyway, point is, I've heard he's an asshole, but there's a big difference between saying that someone raped somebody and is an asshole. And everyone I've talked to personally has said, we don't know anything about him raping people, but is he an asshole? Yes, right? Because I've heard that even before this story, but does that make sense? Anyway. Where am I? Most regretful nut was while fucking a girl I liked a lot years ago. We met years after she dumped me, and she was really down by the year, but I was in denial. We fucked in the moment. I know what oh, so you like fucked up too, or you came too fast. As for the water girl, Bella Delphine or whatever, I actually, she looks pretty cute in some of the pictures, right? I mean, she looks cute in some of the pictures, but I can tell you, I think the whole bodily fluid drinking water shit is pretty gross. I think that whole shit is pretty gross, dude. I think that's gross, but I guess she's making money off it, right? I think it's actually kind of disgusting, right? Hello again, Blue Kiss Alpha. Pikachu just lined up for real, man. Poor Fabian. Bro, Vic seems innocent, man. Shit's fucked up. Reminds me of people saying lies about you all the time. What is my exercise routine? Wait, oh shit, where am I? What is your exercise routine in the lockdown? Same thing as usual. I mostly do body weight stuff and band stuff anyway, so it's been exactly the same, right? Yummy. No, I'm not wearing pants now. How many push-ups a day? How many push-ups a day so I have to have beautiful titties like you, Clayton? When I couldn't walk, I was doing a lot of push-ups. When I couldn't walk, I feel like there were some days I probably did like 600-700 push-ups when I couldn't walk or something like that. I was doing a lot, right? Now, you know what I mean? I do not in a row, but on days I do push-ups, I probably do 300-400 or something. I don't know. I heard that he was actually a good guy and stayed over at Consulate so he can take pictures with it. And then I've seen videos of him being touchy, but in a nice way. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have people, I'm not like balls deep in the anime scene or anything like that, but I have people that I know people that run cons and I have friends in it. And I've heard stories about him before that he's like a hassle and people don't really like him when he's there. Like he's like, a dick. But there's a big difference between saying someone is raping someone and saying they're a dick. And I've actually heard stories of other voice actors actually getting caught, banging people. So, what are you going to do, right? Have you played BlazBlue? I played the first one, a little bit, but generally no. I live with Pikachu. Do you got a favorite anime? No, I don't think I have a favorite one exactly. I don't think I have an exact favorite one. Have you ever played Last Bronx? No, I never played it, but I know what it is. I've heard of it. I've definitely heard of it, but I never played it. But I've heard of it. Bum, 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 bum. Do 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 boop 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 do 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 do. Are you a full-time YouTuber? Wait, what do you think about sports anime? Oh, I don't watch sports anime. I never even watched Free, and I know Free was like a big thing. Free is like the swimming thing, right? So I never even watched that. No. What's your favorite TV series? I don't watch TV. I don't even watch TV, actually. The known, are you a full-time YouTuber? No, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. No. Do you get your income from YouTube? I make very, very little from YouTube because my stuff gets flagged constantly, unfortunately. So I have a video showing what I make off YouTube, and it is very fucking depressing. Favorite controller for fighting games? I think arcade stick is the best, but I had to stop arcade stick because my hands are fucked up, and so now I just like a Sega Saturn pad generally. I think your favorite one would be Gintama Bro. Start watching. Never seen it, but I know what it is. Never picking up Grand Blue. How do you spell gray? Gray or gray? Ooh. Is that like a trick question? I know that I forget what it is. I know there's actually a difference between saying someone has blonde hair with an E or blonde hair with no E. And supposedly, in literal English, one is either male or feminine. Like there's like a feminine or actually a masculine blonde. And one is with an E and one is with not, which is actually kind of weird, right? But yeah, okay. You guys actually don't know this, but I know people make fun of my English a lot, but I actually do teach English, actually. Probably wouldn't believe that, would you? Did you ever make the Streamlabs? I downloaded the Streamlabs thing, and I don't get how it works. So if you guys want to just donate to the Super Chat or the PayPal or the Patreon, do I need to show myself and post that again? Let me do that again. If you guys want to do that, you could use the Super Chat, but you just got to realize that they're taking away, maybe taking like 40% of it. You know what I mean? So I mean, fuck my titties, but if you guys have any other ideas for videos you want me to do too, like video game wise too, I'm trying to, man, I guess if Goku isn't coming out for another couple weeks, I got to think of ways to keep my channel active. I know people are saying do like another Karnav's Revenge tier list. I already did it, but I mean, I guess I could do another Karnav's tier list, I guess. If people, what's old is new, listen to me talk about it again, I guess I could do that, or any other game, I suppose. I mean, I'm kind of like grasping at straws here for fucking content. Or watch the deep vlogs, I guess, right? You look like a Chad. Thanks, dude. Do you work outside of streaming and YouTube? I'm on disability and I have a part-time model job, but I've said the modeling thing. I wish I would have taken modeling seriously when I was younger, but never expected to get sick. And then after I get sick, you know what I mean? It's very hard to. I told this story before. Actually, you guys know what Neiman Marcus is, right? Like Neiman Marcus is like a rich person thing. Like I had a chance to do some Neiman Marcus fashion shows not too long ago, but I kind of dropped that I'm sick bomb, and then boom, I lost the job. Like, nope, dude, you're sick. You can't do it. Nope. So that sucks, but that's life, I guess, right? Yeah, I played Devil May Cry 4. I remember playing that, but the other ones I just watched people play. Favorite first-person shooter? I don't know. I mean, my brother was kind of into first-person shooters, but I never really got into them, right? Where are we? Do you have any favorite Guilty Gear players? Fab, Samito. Well, I guess because I like Kai, you know what I mean? I guess there's like, back in the day, there's guys like Faith, I'm, Machabo, and there was like another Reload guy, I forget, you know what I mean? I guess I don't think of it necessarily from an idea of a favorite player, but of course, when there is a known player, you tend to potentially watch that person a little bit more than others, right? But I don't have a favorite per se player per se. I actually have thought about doing a Budokai 3 video. Like I said, I showed those infinites before in the game, but it just wasn't. I think if I was trying to make YouTube work, like maybe like I'm trying to make YouTube work now, in quotation marks, I probably would have done Budokai combo videos back in the day, because there is a little bit of there is some gameplay elements that you can actually kind of abuse, and there is a little bit of some quirks to the game system when I was figuring out how the game works. So they actually could do some combo videos for the game potentially, but Longsy, you got a pretty funny personality for streaming. You just got to stay out of drama. Well, stay out of drama. The community has made up lies about me for 20 years, and it's pretty obvious that the community is hell-bent on making sure I never become popular, right? I mean, you know what I mean? Why the fuck would the community... Here's the thing. Do you think the community wants me to become popular? Why the fuck would the community make up lies about me living through life or death stuff? Think about like how fucking legitimately serious that is. The community said that I faked living through life or death stuff. 20 years of this kind of bullshit. You don't think it's a serious thing to make sure that Clayton does not become popular? Despite Clayton, again, I said this before. How many tournaments did I win? I don't even know. I would have to think about how many tournaments I used to win. How much tech has been brought? Is there anyone in the history of fighting games, period, who has brought more tech to more games than me? I don't even think there fucking is, right? So, again, I would like to make money off YouTube and shit like that, but stay out of the drama. Look what the fucking community has done. You know what I mean? There's like a legitimate agenda to make sure that Clayton does not become popular, right? I mean, look at Event Hubs. Event Hubs is, quotation marks, the biggest fighting game site for news. Event Hubs just recently posted more shit of stuff that I did right when the game came out as new. But they won't post my videos? I mean, come on. I've heard of that Danganronpa series, but I've never played it. Wait a minute. Why not just try out a new game for YouTube? Because I don't really play a lot of games. I only have so much time, so I'm not sure what I would even play new-wise. Right? I love Dragon Ball FighterZ, but have you thought Daigo any new combos? Have I thought Daigo new combos? What does that mean? Have you ever done a combat sport? Not for real. I mean, when you're a kid, I guess I've done Taekwondo and karate. But, they kind of just give you the first few belts for free, so it's not real true. When you were playing in tournaments, did you have a training partner? No, people don't remember. Like, dude, those tournaments I was winning, people don't remember. I know I recently showed Daimo pictures of me. He probably didn't believe it. I wasn't even 16 when I was winning tournaments, dude. I couldn't drive yet. So I didn't really have training partners, per se. You know what I mean? A lot of times when I played games, I had to play by myself. You know what I mean? There was a lot of times when I God, I mean, those tournaments, man, people do not remember, dude. And the crazy thing is about where I live, dude, man. So where I live, so I was only entering tournaments for a few year span, right? Because I got sick really early on, right? So I was only in tournaments for a few years, right? At least traveling wise, right? And man, that 3-4 year period that I was somewhat traveling to tournaments around America, for like a game like Guilty Gear in Michigan, there was maybe only 5 tournaments ever in maybe 4 years or something like that. People would not play me, dude. Like there was a time, I told this story before. I wonder if you could look it up. It was so ridiculous. I think Kenji picked me up, and then we drove to fucking Pittsburgh, wherever it was. There was like 60 people. I got to that tournament. They canceled the tournament when I got there. I beat people so badly right when I got there. Canceled the entire fucking tournament, dude. Ridiculous, dude, right? Because they're like, well, we know you're going to win. Kenji's probably going to get second, so we don't want to just play for third. We're just going to cancel the tournament. And it's like, man, dude, we fucking went all this way to Pittsburgh, and they canceled the entire fucking tournament, dude. So no, I didn't have a lot of regular training partners because you got to remember, I couldn't drive for a long time. So, I never had regular training partners per se. I mean, sure, there's people that I played more than other people, of course, right? But in terms of regular training partners, no. Where am I? People don't like me because what I said is, well, I said this before. First of all, don't misunderstand. Like, okay, first of all, let me jack myself off here for a little bit with my 6-inch dick. Let's pretend it's a 2-inch dick. There we go. Give myself a little bit of a dicker, a little bit of a dick rub. Don't misunderstand. Although people say that I faked being sick and all this kind of stuff, which is completely fucked up, and they've done all this other kind of stuff. If someone says that Clayton has an ego or Clayton can be selfish, that is true. I've never said that I don't have an ego or anything like that, right? I can be a standoffish person. I'm a very blunt person. Even as a kid, I can be pretty blunt, right? So that is true, right? But just like anything that I say that I've done, it's also true, right? When I say, has anyone brought more tech to the community than me? Has there been? Can you fucking prove? Can you show me? I fucking haven't seen it, dude, for all these years, right? Look at all the tournaments I've won. Did it happen? It did happen. Did I win them while sick? I did win them while sick, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't have like an ego or I'm not potentially selfish. That's true, right? But do I make up lies about other people to become more popular or gain something? No, like that's not true whatsoever. So, why do people dislike me? Because the things I've said are true, I guess, right? I mean, that probably hurts some people's sense of identity, maybe, you know what I mean? And of course, why would people want to admit that all the things I said are true? Like, why would you like I said, like, why would you admit that you like, hey, I made fun about Clayton when he was sick and he didn't know how long he was going to be alive? Like, from a certain perspective too, if you think about it like that, it's like, well, of course he doesn't want to admit that. So he just has to keep the lie keeps snowballing, rolling and rolling and rolling. Now, the fact that there's proof of it, you know what I mean? I don't know why the fuck the rest of the community won't call these people out, right? I mean, you know what I mean? It's like kind of like, well, you have proof of it, I don't know how the fuck you cannot just admit it already, but from a certain perspective, of course, it's probably like, well, why would you want to admit that you made up a lie about a kid, right? I mean, right? Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah, these communities are bullshit, right? Where are we? You can stream and not care about the FGC. Some message was deleted. What fighting game do you think is overrated? I guess it depends. That's a potentially good question. I guess that's a potentially deep question. We'd have to talk about that more exactly because it depends on what context of the game. Third Strike again. I think some people do say this though. Third Strike. There are some people that think that Third Strike is God's gift to fighting games, and the Street Fighter 3 series has always been a fucking cult video game in the fighting game community, right? So that's potentially overrated, I guess, right? I don't think the game sucks, but it definitely has like a cult following that think it is the greatest game ever, right? So, I mean, there's just so many games that potentially could be overrated. Played Durango, yeah, Alexander, played that. What worst fighting game you ever played? There's a lot of really bad games, dude. When am I going to get a new camera? One of the problems with this webcam is that it just doesn't work very well on Windows 8. I don't know. I mean, do you guys really want me to buy $100 webcam? I mean, I guess I could try to use my phone for streaming. I guess I could try to do that, but then I got to like hold it up somewhere. I don't know. I don't have a lot of money for this shit. Like I said, if my YouTube ever starts making money or more people start donating, of course I'll use the money to contribute to the cause to what you donated it for. But I don't have just a fucking $100 lying around to be like, hey, new webcam. Right? I mean, Do I have a favorite art style in fighting games? I like, I actually don't think that Dragon Ball Fighter Z looks that amazing. I mean, personally, I mean, I think it looks okay, but it depends. I don't think. This like it just depends. Like, I think Street Fighter 2 actually looks really good. I think Street Fighter 2, if you look at the aesthetics of the game and how the game blends in, it looks good. But then you look at a game like Super Turbo HD Remix. Why does HD Remix look like shit? Like, the graphics just don't look correct. Like, there's not enough shading, so it just depends, right? I mean, can you shout out Alfie? He's your favorite YouTuber? Oh, is this kind of like something you were clipping? I don't know who that is. It looks like, is it you? I'm not sure. Aside from Fighters and Guilty Gear, what other fighting games have you tried to make content with? I've made lots of Street Fighter content. I've made some random ass fucking games. I've made King of Fighter stuff. I mean, people probably don't remember one of those Kim Infinites I was the first person to do in that King of Fighter 13 game. When I've showed off a lot of different stuff. I think I'm the first person that showed the off the ground K dash combos in 13. There's a lot of games I've done stuff for. You just got to search my channel, dude. Can't wait for the video day I do videos with Maximilian, dude. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't even know if me and him are cool. Would you like to have more 2D sprites? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, fuck. Of course, more 2D sprites. Coco Rain 123. Sorry about all those people who said things about you. I know it doesn't mean much, but I love combo vids. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. Do you find a difference between OG 2D games versus? Yeah, of course, definitely. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. For sure. Oh, well. Ooh. I'm going to go pee, and then I'll be back, and I'll be back for like another 10 minutes, and I really got to make some dinner and eat something. Whoa! Where is it? All right, dudes. I'll be on here for about another 10 minutes. And I gotta go get my eat thingy jiggy. Favorite designs in a wait. You ever wait? Your favorite character designs in fighting games? I tend to like I like Shoto characters and ninja characters. Generally speaking, I like Shoto characters and ninja characters, but some characters are really interesting. I said before, Karnov's Revenge, Mizoguchi and Karnov are amazing design characters in that game. If you think about the time frame that Karnov's Revenge came out, Mizoguchi and Karnov are extremely interesting characters. I mean, I like Guy. I think Guy's cool. Guy's cool character in Street Fighter Alpha game. Ryu, of course, you know what I mean. Kai in Guilty Gear is cool, Yada 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 yada. Pikachu is still here. Oh, deflated Pikachu. That's a Pikachu pillow. That's not deflated. No, that's a Pikachu pillow, dude. If you have seen a decent amount, what would you say is your favorite movie based? I guess the Street Fighter 2 animated movie, I guess. Never watched Demon Slayer. Yeah, Evo's going to be online or something. I don't even know how that's going to work, right? Best ninja waifu, Ayane, right? My thoughts on Samurai Showdown. I think the new Samurai Showdown is really, I think it's very boring. I actually don't have anything against Samurai Showdown, but I think the new one is very, it's like, how do you make a dumbed down Samurai Showdown? The game is already kind of basic as it is from a sense, right? But I don't know why, like some of the, like, why does it have less? I don't know. I wasn't very impressed when I saw the new Samurai Showdown. I am American, or at least I'm living in America. But yeah, no, Samurai Showdown, I don't have anything against games being simple. I like simple games, but how the fuck do you make a more simple Samurai Showdown? It's just like, what the fuck, dude? I know Samurai Showdown is a simple game, but you made a dumbed down Samurai Showdown? Like, what is this? I wasn't very impressed. I wasn't horny about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hype are you for Ultra Instinct Goku? A 7? A 7, I guess. You know? Bro, you down for Grand? Is that the Grand? No. Yeah, no, I want, man, dude, I want there to be something. I want to turn on the PS4 again so I can, like, or, well, I guess again, I just played Final Fantasy, I guess. So I guess it has been on recently, but, no, I would like, I hope it's fun. I'm worried that he might be extremely pre-planned, though. I'm worried that he's going to be extremely I'm worried that he's going to be extremely pre-planned, and it will be actually hard to find anything legitimately interesting with him. Yeah, Samurai Showdown 5 special and those kind of, like, man, they had more than this, right? So why did you never played the Near Automata, but I have one friend who I think he said that it's actually his favorite series. He really, really likes the game. He played Drakengard, I think, because it's like kind of like they're in the same universe, right? Drakengard and all that kind of stuff, right? So he liked Drakengard. He likes all those games. Would you accept game codes on Steam if it means you'll play it on Steam? Depends. What do you mean? Someone gave me the reload, or someone gave me the Frank gave me the Accent Core Plus R on Steam. That's the whole reason I made those videos for it recently. But in terms of playing online, no, I'm not super horny about playing online. I can't get shit to not lag on my computer. Like I said, ever since I got Windows 8, shit just doesn't work correctly. It's quite frustrating, to be honest with you. Dude. Where are we? Yeah, no, I'm going to where am I? No, Under Night and Birth. No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to play. I just don't have the time. Are you the baddie from the original Karate Kid movie? No, I'm not. No. Opinions on Smash Brothers? I think Smash Brothers is fine. Roughly how old I am? I am how. Blah, blah, blah. If you don't mind me asking, roughly how old are you? I am a young daddy. Yeah, it's nice that I don't have to do the AC plus R video thing anymore, right? Lena, you ugly. Thank you. You seem pretty youthful. That's why I try to keep myself, like I said, after all the dying stuff happened, I try to, keep myself as healthy as I can. But it's not, it is a struggle. That's for sure. I mean, I don't know. I could show them. I could show my Medicare card, I guess, if you guys want to see it. Then whatever. Never. Oh wait, God of War. Did I play the first one? I might have played the first one. I know I didn't play the others, but yeah, for new PC, I'm probably gonna get a new PC. Maybe at the end of the year, next year. I'm trying to make this thing last as long as possible. Where am I? That's where the why ask roughly. You should. Why ask roughly? Ask kindly. What is this for? Thanks for the stream, man. I gotta go. Keep the pass. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, right? Saw your interviews with Majin Buu. What? The Ninja Tribe had me die. Were they all pissed? Okay, so I guess I'll answer this question before I go. So I don't know exactly what happened between me and Majin Obama. Take a drink of water. You seem like one day you might become a serial killer. Is this like a troll or something like this? Is this guy like a troll or something? Now I got to look up the name. He's going to make me look up the name. Is this like a buttmonger guy? A dude that like supports dudes who say I faked being sick or something like that? Let's go look. And then I'll answer this question real quick. Time out. Wait a second. How do you search names on YouTube? I don't even know right now. Is it? Anyway, where am I? Oh, so the Majin Obama thing. So I was going to Japan, and they said you could stop by this Fighting Tuesday thing. And I've said before, I appreciate Obama. Obviously he must, because he's called me by my different names. Final Showdown, Dial Up, Subkey, Clayton Chapman, whatever, right? So obviously he knows who I am, and we have a mutual friend. I guess we have a few mutual friends, I guess. And, so he remembers me from when I was winning those tournaments or whatever, right? So I told him, and I was like, I've said before, I'm thankful for him shouting me out. He shouts me out at the tournaments, whatever, you know what I mean? So that was pretty cool, dude. And I went to the Fighting Tuesday, and when I got there, we were supposed to do like a longer interview, and I guess the stream wasn't working, so I had to come back like maybe like an hour later or something like that, and then the stream was rushed, right? So yeah, we do the interview, and I thought it was fine, and I tried to make it funny for people, but anyway, I guess people laughed at it. That was kind of the point. I tried to be, make it funny for people, whatever. And, I was thankful that he shouts me out, whatever, at Evo, World Tournaments, etc. But anyway, so I was going back to Zach Boys later, dude. So I said I was thankful where they did. Anyway, so I was going back to Japan, and I messaged him. And I was like, hey, I'm going back to Japan. Do you guys... I'm going back to Japan. Do you guys want to go get something to eat? Or if you guys are still doing interviews, whatever it is, right? And he just was kind of like, if you agree to play, you can come. And I was like, dude, I told you I don't play Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I just do combo videos for it. And so then it was like a couple weeks later or something, I messaged like, hey, I'm going to be in Japan in a couple weeks, whatever it was, right? And I'm like, do you guys all want to go get something to eat? We can talk about games, or if you're doing interviews, whatever, right? And again, he was just like, if you agree to play, you can come. And I'm like, dude, I don't play. I just do combo videos, dude. Like, what's going on here, right? So anyway, and then I saw he made a comment, and if I knew it, I could show the comment, I guess, again, but I showed it before. He made some comment like, oh, Clayton can come to Fighting Tuesday if he agrees to play and doesn't use it as promotion. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, am I missing something here? I can come if I agree to play and I don't use it as promotion. Like, promotion for what? What the fuck is going on here, dude, right? And I told him again, I'm like, hey, I'm in Japan. If you guys all want to go get something to eat, whatever. And he gave me the same bullshit. And I'm like, okay, dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And he said, and he sent me something that I could go look it up, but just take my word for it. I don't want to get an exact quote, but without looking it up, it's just something like, your reply isn't genuine. And I was just like, what is going on here, dude? And I was like, and I was like, I don't understand, like, what's going on here? And so I was like, you know what, motherfucker? Okay, I'm not going to stop by again then. I don't know what you're trying to imply here. Me using Fighting Tuesday for promotion? What, the video game community is the one that has got something from me, dude. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and I don't understand it because Obama, obviously, if he knows enough about me to call me Final Showdown and all these other names that I've used on stream, he knows people that knew me back when I was winning all these tournaments. He obviously knows something about me. So you would think he would know that I'm a very blunt, honest, straightforward person, right? So it's like, yo, dude, I said if you guys are still doing interviews, we could do an interview, or we could all go get something to eat. Just hang out. It doesn't matter to me. And you're telling me I can come if I agree to play and I don't use it as promotion? And I'm just like, what's going on here, dude? Like, what promotion, dude? Like, the video game community is the one, so it's just like, motherfucker, okay, I'm not coming. It's over. It's done. I won't come. So I was like, I don't know what he's getting at. You know what I mean? I was like, we don't have to do an interview. We can go get something to eat. I appreciate you shouting me out. I said it many times before. We can just, hang out. I'm in Japan. Let's talk about video games. But, he said my reply isn't genuine. I can come if I agree to play. And it's like, dude, I don't play the game. I just do combo videos, dude. So anyway, point is, I guess me and him aren't cool anymore. And as far as I'm concerned, it's done because I'm not going to fight about it. So I don't know what that was about. You know what I mean? I told him, thanks. Thanks for shouting me out. You know what I mean? I don't know what this is if I agree to play when I don't play. I've told you many times. I don't know what the fuck this is about. So anyway, I don't know what that's about. I mean, if you guys want, I could show you the quotes of him saying that. It's really not that interesting, though. It's really just that. And it's just kind of like, okay, well, okay, I guess we're not cool. I guess it's over, So I'm in Japan. I'm not here to waste my time, so we're not cool. It's over. So basically, what my perspective on that is basically, it's what I've said before. I think it's something weird that if I actually get quotation marks promoted, people are eventually going to look me up and be like, wait a second, why do I see Clayton winning these tournaments? Why the fuck is there somebody that really did win all these tournaments? Why is there someone that actually is the person that found all this tech for all these video games? And why are there people that make up all these lies about him? Why did people say he faked being sick and Clayton actually showed his medical record here, right? So my thought on it is that basically, if they actually do interviews with me, that it actually makes the fighting game community look really bad. Because it's like, wow, they're like, Why is there this person that actually did win all these tournaments while sick? Why is there this person that for all these years is the person that found all these games? Why is there actually like a legit hate campaign against him to not be promoted? Right? Do you get what I'm saying? And so now to my knowledge, I don't know what they do, but to my knowledge, the Fighting Tuesday thing and all this kind of stuff, to my knowledge, they actually do make money off video games, right? Is there some kind of profit they're making off of video games? So they're probably trying to appeal to a casual audience to make fighting games more popular. So basically, it's kind of like, hey, Clayton is just a casualty. Fuck Clayton. Throw him under the bus. If Clayton gets promoted, quotation marks, right? If Clayton is promoted, it actually shows a really fucked up side of the video game community, right? So I did. If I heard that an event that was an Event Hubs guy there. Very interesting. Very interesting. Event Hubs, one of the sites that refuse. And like, dude, I think I've been posted on Event Hubs like what 3 times in 15 years. Like it must have just been a mistake when they accidentally posted my videos. But Event Hubs, there's like a legitimate thing. They don't want to post my videos, but they will post people who talk shit about me and say that I faked being sick and then post what I did as their own. Like, I mean, use your brain here, dude. Use your brain here, dude. That's pretty fucking shady, right? You know what I mean? Event Hubs will promote people who said I faked being sick and what I'm doing is fake, but then will later post them doing it. Use your brain here, dude. That's not a little suspicious. So that is my thought. That is my thought on it. Right? I mean, you can tell me what is your thoughts on why they would say that, right? Let me know before I go because I've been on here for a couple hours. I do want to eat some dinner. You can donate or you can super chat, say thanks, Clayton, for being on here for 2 hours. Here's your buck. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it, right? Because again, why would they do that? Because I think if people actually look me up, they're like, this makes no sense. Why the fuck did this guy win tournaments and we never heard about him? Why the fuck did he do all this stuff and we never heard about it? Why did the community try to hide it? And it makes the fighting game community look really fucked up, dude, right? That's my opinion. I don't know why it happened. Me and Obama aren't friends to myself. I messaged some mutual friends and they said they don't know why he said it. They just said maybe he's really busy and he had a lot on his mind. I don't fucking know. I was like, okay, I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is, right? You know, I'm not here to dick suck to be on it, right? You know what I mean? I asked if you guys we could just go get something to eat, dude. I'm in Japan. We can talk about video games. Obviously, I'm a nerd. You want to be a nerd and talk about video games? Doesn't matter to me, dude. But whatever. Clayton's the bad guy. So there it is, right? Yeah. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for donating. Yeah, it's weird, you know. I'm just saying. So I don't know what the agenda is about that. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, anyone can look up anything I said. I've signed on to my medical records in real time. I've showed the tournaments I've won. You know what I mean? I've showed. You can look it up yourself. All the tech I've found. You know what I mean? I've done the combos on stream. You know, there's nothing to hide. I've showed what I make off YouTube. You know, what is there to hide, right? So it's all there. But hey. That's why I think it happened because, again, whatever, right? Who knows? Anyway, is there anything else we got to say? Any last donations to the stream before I go? Last questions? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. La Kagui Tiame. I don't know what that means. No idea what that means, dude, but thank you. Maybe you just called me a potato. Thanks. I like curly fries. Anyway, we good? Like I said, let me know in some comments if you guys want to next video you guys want me to do or something like that, right? Ayane, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Later.